Okay, Sean, I'm going to talk about your favorites.
Sure, no problem.
What's your favorite color?
I say green.
Green?
Yes.
Okay. And what's your favorite fruit?
My favorite fruit, orange.
Orange?
Oranges.
Okay.
I love oranges.
Really?
Very sweet, good for the body.
Yeah, have you had any of the oranges in Japan?
I've had a couple, much better than the ones I have back in Canada.
Oh, really? Okay. What's your favorite season?
I'd say spring, because it's a combination of warm weather, but at the same time, it's not hot like it is in the summer. In spring, it's a bit cool. You can walk around very relaxed. I'd say it's the best. It's a combination of all the seasons in one.
Okay. What's your favorite movie?
Favorite movie? I'd have to say Gladiator. Russell Crowe. It's a tragic movie about, I should say, a very strong leader who, I should say, triumphs over, very overpowering conflicts. It's, plus I'm a bit of an action movie buff. I know it's sad to hear, but it's definitely an interesting movie.
Kate, how do you normally spend your evenings?
I've joined the gym here, so I go and exercise and go for a swim.
A swim. How long do you stay each time?
About 2 hours.
Wow. So what do you do during those 2 hours?
So we go to the gym for about an hour, and then have a swim for half an hour, and then a sauna for about 10 minutes.
Wow.
And then finish off with a massage.
Really?
Mm-hmm.
A massaging chair?
A massaging chair.
Yeah. Wonderful. And so who do you go with?
I go with Nicola.
And Nicola is?
She's another teacher here, and she's who I live with.
Oh, right. Good. Now, when you're in the gym, do you do weights? Do you do cardio, aerobics, running, walking?
We do everything really, aerobics and weights.
Aerobics and weights are the best.
But the gyms here are much better than back home.
Oh, yeah? What's the biggest difference?
They have games on the machines. So if you're cycling, you're also playing a game where you have to blow up the other cyclists. So it makes it a bit more interesting than just exercising.
So it passes the time by.
Yeah.
Like quicker.
Mm.
And then now, why are you exercising? Do you have a certain reason, a goal in mind?
Yeah, because I put on a lot of weight when I was in Australia because I was eating too much pizza and good breakfast and drinking far too much beer.
So you just want to shed those extra pounds?
Yeah, that I put on. Yeah, get back to the original weight that I was.
Well, good luck to you.
Thank you.
So, Kate, tell me about your favorite music.
I would say my favourite music would have to be the Beatles.
Yeah.
Yeah, I love the Beatles because they always make me happy, and I've grown up with the Beatles.
So did your parents listen to it?
Yeah.
Yeah.
So we had all these old 45s when I was younger and this record player, and so we had loads of like Simon and Garfunkel and the Beatles and the Stones. So that was the music I grew up listening to, and that's what I still really love.
Oh, awesome.
Yeah.
And so do you have like a favorite song or?
Yeah, probably it's Happiness is a Warm Gun, which is on the White Album.
Yeah, right.
Yeah,
Cool.
so I love all their albums, but I haven't been to Liverpool yet. I'd like to go.
Okay.
That would be nice.
And do you have a favorite Beatle?
John Lennon, definitely.
Yeah.
He's definitely the coolest. And I like his songs.
Do you like his individual work?
Yeah. Some of them, like Imagine's really good. Yeah, he's definitely my favourite. Though I quite like George as well. That was sad when he died.
Yeah.
Because he was a real individual. And I like Ringo. But Paul, not so much.
Cool. Well, thanks, Kate.
Okay, Lois, why don't you have a plum?
Oh, thank you very much. Lovely.
You like plums?
I love all fruits, but plums especially.
Oh, there goes the water.
It's very juicy.
It is
that's
juicy.
Nice.
How does it taste?
It tastes sweet. And very refreshing.
I love plums.
Yeah, me too.
Guess how much this box cost?
I'm thinking it's probably quite expensive. So in yen?
Yeah.
Maybe 1,000 yen.
Yeah, well, pretty close. It cost 900 yen.
900 yen.
For 8 plums.
Very expensive in Japan.
I know, that's crazy. In America, you can get this for like maybe 200 yen. Not even that. Maybe 100 yen.
In England it's cheap, but I think probably not as cheap as in America.
Mm.
I think maybe because we have to import everything.
Yeah.
It's slightly more expensive.
Actually, that's a good question. What fruits do you grow in England?
Apples. And apples. And maybe pears.
Yeah.
And
No coconuts.
no coconuts. No bananas. And maybe we grow plums. I don't know. But
Sounds like a very English fruit.
Yeah. But definitely apples.
Or strawberries.
And strawberries. Oh yeah, lots of strawberries.
Mm.
And tomatoes, but maybe they're vegetable.
Mm.
Some people say fruit, some people say vegetable. But
Mm.
lots of tomatoes. And I'm sure lots of other things, but
Mm.
I just know about apples.
What's your favorite fruit?
Favourite fruit? I really like pineapples.
Mm.
And I also like strawberries. Strawberries and cream. It's one of my favourite desserts.
Yeah, so have you ever been to Wimbledon and had strawberries and cream?
I haven't. I'd love to go, but strawberries and cream at Wimbledon are so expensive.
Mm.
I don't know how much, but really, really expensive.
Mm. Okay, Kawabe,
Hi.
can you tell us about your English success story?
English success story.
Yeah, yeah.
It's not a success story, but I can tell how I learned. Okay, first of all, I don't think I learned English as a foreign language because I loved to listen to music, and especially rock and roll when I was a teenager. So when you love music, you become like you want to sing with it. So you memorize the whole lyrics and stuff, and so to me it was like just a hobby. It was like it was just a fun purely. It was a pure fun for me. So I didn't think I studied.
That's great. So did you listen without reading the words, the lyrics, or did you just listen and read the lyrics at the same time?
Both.
Both?
Both, yeah. And sometimes I see the words which I don't understand, so I look up the dictionary and check the meaning, and the things are always like this.
So did you do anything else besides music?
What else? Yeah, the movie. Movie. Like, yeah, I love to. One of my favorite movies is the Blues Brothers, because that movie is interesting. First of all, that funny, one of the funniest movie, and great comedy in the history, I think. And that movie was famous for its music, right? That movie's soundtrack is great, and I have to see it in my room. And then
you have it in your room?
Yeah,
really?
Yeah, I do. And so I saw that movie so many times. I don't remember how many times I saw that. And like when you after the repetition, watching the same movie so many times, you memorize the whole words and sentence. What John Belushi was saying, what Dan Aykroyd was saying. So it was a great study, I think, for me.
Wow, that's a great...
But at that time, I don't think that was study,
Yeah, it was fun.
Yeah.
So you enjoyed it.
Yeah.
Wow, that's cool. Well, thanks a lot.
You're welcome.
One of our dogs at home, he used to go walking with my granddad, and it was on these old country roads, so very quiet really, not many cars would pass. So the dog, Jonathan, used to run off in front of my granddad. And my granddad's hearing wasn't too good at the time. He was already quite old. So he wouldn't always hear cars coming. So every time a car was coming, Jonathan would come running back to my granddad. And he did this every time a car came. So my granddad knew that if Jonathan came running back towards him, he knew that he had to stand in closer to the edge of the road so that he wouldn't be in danger of being knocked down by a car or anything, because those old country roads, when I was younger, we used to walk in the middle of the road, or not quite by the edge, because there were so few cars. You didn't really need to keep by the edge, and there were no footpaths along the side, so you were just walking along the edge of the road. So he was a really clever dog that he could alert my granddad to whether a car was coming or not. I think most dogs are very intelligent. I've met some people who say their dog is a bit stupid, but I don't believe that really. I think most dogs are quite intelligent, even if they're not really good guard dogs. Some dogs aren't good guard dogs. They don't bark enough when strangers come or something like that. But I still think they're probably very intelligent. And even if they're not, they're probably very affectionate, which is a plus, definitely. It's almost as good as having a really intelligent guard dog, I think.